Hey guys, if you like this content, I would greatly appreciate it if you guys liked the video and subscribed to my channel. It helps make these videos worth it going forward.
What's up, guys? Altcoin Sherpa here with a crypto market review. As always, this is not financial advice. I am not an expert. Do your own research. Okay, so what are we looking at right now? We are doing BTC USD on the daily. To me, we're seeing a really nice candle today, but to me, the overall plan is still the same. I am not going to really do much until we see one of these two levels broken. Either 46K to make a higher high, or we break 34.4K to make a lower low. That's it. The plan to me is still just very clear. We are seeing still a high time frame market or a bearish market structure, in my opinion. Like, I don't think we see a reversal quite yet. But if we can break 46K at that point, we would have higher highs and higher lows. And to visualize the higher lows, you can just basically mark the lows that we've seen the last several weeks. As you can see, these are all higher lows established over the last few weeks. And in addition to that, we are seeing a bunch of lower highs as well. So uh, usually this type of price action is visualized with just a lot of consolidation. So you might see like a big drop, and then you might see a high, higher low, lower high, higher low, lower high. And this is the type of consolidation that you typically see um, in general, like after a big move. But to me, I'm not really considering this bullish market structure quite yet, even though we are seeing higher lows. I would like to see a break of 46K. If we see a break of 46K, I think that at that point, we're going to go and hit the low 50Ks. I feel pretty confident about that. And at that point, if you do break 46K on high time frame charts, I do believe that you have a decent case for a bullish market structure on the 1 day. That's something we haven't seen at all the last few months. We haven't really seen any higher highs or higher lows established. These are all just like lower highs and lower lows. And to me, this would really change my biases if we break 46K on high time frame charts. I think at that point, you have, as I said, a pretty good case for a bullish market structure. Now, with that said, I still am waiting for a potential move down to the low to mid 30Ks. I think that's certainly possible. Usually during this kind of choppy price action, you'll see some moves to the lows again. And if you can look back at the May, June, July consolidation period, you saw these moves to the lows several times before price reversed. Um, so it wouldn't surprise me at all to see this kind of move down again, a little bit lower, kind of like a revisit the low 30Ks again, or mid 30Ks at a minimum. And I think at that point I will consider buying. But I'm not really going to go all in. I still have orders lower just in case the price does shit the bed. But um, overall, I still am of the opinion that this is just mostly consolidation, and I do think that the bottom is mostly in, but I don't feel very confident with that idea, and I am still waiting for one potential shakeout as well. Now, if we see like one potential last shakeout where like, price kind of hits up and goes to like 30K or something, that's certainly possible. Um, but I'm not really going to assume that's going to happen. Like, I thought there was a higher probability of that later before, but with Bitcoin having these higher lows and being able to still maintain price above 30K despite all this bad news that's come out with regards to macro and war and what have you, then I think that the bottom is mostly in. Now, with that said, I don't feel super confident about it, and I'm not willing to put like all my money in at this area. Like, I still am waiting for a potential move to 30K or something like that. But I have bought within like this kind of 40K ish area, 40 to 35K area, and I'm just basically just waiting for a lot of other. I'm waiting for a confirmation to put in more money, basically. We are seeing a lot of volatility right now. Um, and this is pretty normal, and this is actually really good to see because we haven't really seen any volatility or defense of any levels on this previous move down. We just seen bulls basically die. No defense, no strong moves. we have seen like some slight moves like this move in late December, but uh, I really am happy to see some more volatility here. As you can see, there's some big moves up and down over the last several weeks, and this was very common. We saw back in the May, June, and July consolidation period. Now, of course, every bottom is going to look different, but every bottom does kind of have similar characteristics in the sense that you see lots of volatility in the beginning and middle parts of the consolidation period, lots of volume, um, big moves on both sides, and then after that you hit like some sort of slow consolidation period with little volatility and little volume. And this is what happens. This is what happened back in May, in June and July, where we saw lots of volatility in the early stages, in the middle. Lots of big wicks in both directions, and like 10% plus candles in both directions as well, pretty quickly. Um, and then we saw this like slow grinding price action that we saw back in July, where there was not as much volatility. Now, price doesn't always have to float down like we saw back in July. It could certainly do something like this, where we see like lots of volatility in the beginning and middle, and then it just like slowly grinds up. That's like certainly another kind of thing that happens frequently as well. But what you want to see is lots of volatility, followed by a low volatility period after that. Because I think that volatility shows that there are willing buyers, and usually there's just like a big war that goes on between like the whales, between like a defense of a certain level and who's willing to basically transact and sell supply. So I think that this is really good to see, and it's, in my opinion, indicative of a potential bottom forming when you start to see this type of volatility. But I am waiting for one last kind of like slow period, like one last like slow grind down, um, and then maybe like some sort of recovery. Again, I'm not dismissing a potential move down to 30K or something like that. That's certainly possible. One final shakeout. I do have bids lower in case that happens, but I do like the fact that we're seeing some big volatility. But overall, as I said, just to summarize everything else, the plan is just really simple for me. It's really just uh, break 46K, you have a higher high. Break 34K, you have a lower low. That's it. You can scalp this range if you like, if you're a good trader. Certainly fine, but yeah, this is really just a simple kind of plan for me. I'm just waiting to see 46K broken or 34K. That's it. Anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thank you for the support, and thank you for watching.